Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inner Spark, the place where stories turn struggles into strength and challenges into lessons. Life can often feel heavy, but sometimes the smallest gestures, like a smile, hold the power to carry us through the darkest times. This is the story of Harry, a young man who faced battles no one could see, but chose to carry light when the world around him seemed full of shadows. His story will take you through the ups and downs of life, the unexpected turns, and the power of simple positivity that can rebuild broken spirits. So stay with us until the end. And if this story sparks something inside you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need a little reminder that life can be brighter when we decide to face it with courage. Harry grew up in a small English town, the kind where everyone seemed to know each other's business. His father worked long hours at a factory, and his mother was a kind-hearted woman who always told him, "A smile is a gift that costs nothing but can mean everything." Those words stuck in his heart, though as a child he never really understood their weight. Harry loved drawing, football, and reading stories that transported him to worlds far away. But underneath his cheerful nature, he quietly battled feelings of not being enough. As Harry stepped into his teenage years, the shadows grew heavier. At school, he faced bullying from boys who mocked his quietness and called him names that left scars deeper than fists ever could. He tried to laugh it off. He tried to wear a mask of strength, but inside he questioned his worth daily. At night, lying in bed, he would whisper to himself, "Just smile, tomorrow will be better." That smile became both his shield and his secret weapon against pain. His closest friend, Lily, often noticed how Harry smiled even when his eyes carried sadness. One day she asked him, "Why do you always smile when you're hurting?" Harry simply said, "Because if I don't, I'll drown." Those words surprised her, but they also made her realize how much strength it took for him to keep going. Sometimes, she thought, the strongest people are the ones who never show how heavy their battles are. As life moved forward, Harry discovered a passion for music. He picked up a guitar his uncle gave him and began writing songs late into the night. His lyrics were raw, filled with stories of pain, loss, and the search for light. Whenever he sang, his smile would return, not forced but genuine, as if music allowed his soul to breathe freely. Lily encouraged him, saying, "Maybe your songs will help others smile through their struggles too." But life doesn't give victories so easily. Just as Harry began to find comfort in music, tragedy struck when his father lost his job. The family fell into financial struggles, bills piled up, and tension filled the house. Harry saw his mother, who once smiled through everything, now crying quietly at night. He realized then that sometimes smiles are not just for ourselves but for the ones we love, a silent promise that we'll hold on for them too. Harry decided to take part-time jobs, working evenings at a small cafe while juggling school and music. The cafe owner, Mr. Harris, noticed his ever-present smile and asked one day, "Son, why are you always smiling when most boys your age complain about everything?" Harry answered, "Because if I stop smiling, I stop believing things will get better." That simple answer stayed with Mr. Harris, who began to see him as more than an employee, but as a young man with a powerful perspective. One stormy evening, Harry was walking home after work when he saw a homeless man shivering under a bridge. Without hesitation, Harry gave him his jacket and a warm sandwich he had packed from the cafe. The man looked at him with tears and said, "You've given me more than food. You've given me hope." That night, Harry realized his mother was right. Sometimes a smile or a simple act of kindness could change another person's world. Despite the struggles, Harry's music started gaining attention at school talent shows and local community events. His songs touched people's hearts because they weren't just words. They were lived experiences woven with honesty. People began to say, "There's something about his smile and his voice that makes you believe again." For the first time, Harry saw his struggles not as curses, but as the soil from which something beautiful could grow. But then came the hardest blow of all. His mother fell seriously ill. Hospitals, medicines, and endless nights of worry consumed the family. Harry felt like his world was collapsing. Yet when he visited her, he never showed fear. He would smile at her bedside and sing her songs, telling her stories to keep her spirits high. She once whispered, "Harry, your smile is my medicine." He realized then that sometimes smiling is not denial, it is defiance. It's saying, "I won't let darkness win." Lily, seeing his resilience, began to admire him deeply. She told him, "Your smile is not fake, it's faith. It's what keeps people around you strong." Harry shrugged, but deep inside, he knew she was right. Still, the nights were hard. He cried in silence, prayed for strength, and wondered how much more life would demand of him. Yet every morning, he chose to wake up, face the day, and smile as if it were armor. One unexpected turn came when a local radio host discovered Harry's music at a school event. He invited Harry to perform live, giving him his first real stage. Nervous but smiling, Harry sang a song about carrying light in the darkest times. The audience was silent, then erupted in applause. Some were even in tears. It was then Harry realized his pain had found a purpose to inspire. The performance opened doors. Small gigs turned into larger ones, and soon his songs began spreading beyond his town. Messages poured in from people saying, "Your music gave me hope," or "Your smile reminded me that I'm not alone." Harry felt overwhelmed, but also grateful. Every struggle, every hidden tear had become a bridge to connect with others who needed light. Still, success didn't erase challenges. His mother's health continued to decline, and balancing school, work, and music drained him. Yet he never stopped smiling. Even on days when he felt broken, he reminded himself, someone out there needs to see this smile. His resilience became his identity, his silent rebellion against despair. At one concert, Harry shared his story with the crowd for the first time. He said, "Life hasn't been easy, but I've learned that smiling through struggles doesn't mean you're ignoring pain. It means you're refusing to let pain control you." The audience gave him a standing ovation, not just for his music, but for his courage. Lily, now standing by his side as more than a friend, told him, "Your journey is proof that smiles are not weakness, but strength." Together, they continued spreading messages of hope, often visiting hospitals and shelters to sing and bring comfort. Harry found joy not in fame, but in the impact of kindness and resilience. Years later, Harry looked back and realized the words his mother once said had shaped his entire life. "A smile is a gift that costs nothing but means everything." He had turned his pain into a mission, his struggles into melodies, and his smile into a symbol of hope for countless others. Life will always bring storms, but Harry's story shows us that we can choose how to face them. We can hide, complain, and give up, or we can smile, stand tall, and keep moving forward. Smiling through struggles doesn't erase pain, but it transforms it into strength, and strength into a story worth sharing. And so, dear listener, let this story remind you, no matter where you are or what you're facing, never underestimate the power of your smile. Someone may be holding on because of the light you carry. Harry's journey teaches us that smiles are not masks, but messages of hope, courage, and faith. Thank you for watching InnerSpark. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we can keep spreading light, one smile at a time.